And if you want your baby back, you will give us the motorcycle.
Yeah, you know, so being the all-American V-twin boy that I am, I've never worked much on British bikes. Triumph, a lot of opportunity. But Cam's got the lead on a classic Triumph. If I can get it at the right price, I got a great build I can do.
Vintage meets your flair.
Zach and I are headed out to take a look at a 1970 Triumph TR6. There's only one problem. We might be running into a slight domestic issue.
Wife, baby, cool old vintage British motorcycle. They don't have the time to do to it what it deserves to have done to it.
It's the classic baby versus motorcycle situation. Sucks for the guy, but it could be an awesome thing for us. Hopefully we leave with the motorcycle and leave him with the baby and the wife. So
Yeah,
we get the good end of the stick.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Oh, we got your call this morning. Kind of tell us a story about the Triumph. I don't see it here, but...
No, you guys came at the perfect time because he's actually out riding right now.
Okay.
Here's the catch. He doesn't know that I've contacted you.
Oh, my.
I gotcha.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
honey.
what's going on, man? I'm Zach.
How you doing? I'm Chris.
How's it going, Chris?
Pleasure.
Chris, Cameron.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, your wife was nice enough to let us know your motorcycle was for sale.
Interesting.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Oh, is that right? Okay. There's a price for everything.
Yeah. Tell me a little about your Triumph.
This one here is a 1970 TR6. Single carburetor, 650 cc's. It's all original. Functionally, it's running, rideable. Cosmetically, it's in original condition.
Okay. So, Chris, I know this is your baby. Well, I mean, your first baby. But do you mind if I take the thing down the street, take it for a ride, and just kind of get my bearings on the motorcycle?
I think so.
Okay. I can already tell from this old kick-starting motor that this bike's going to be different than anything we usually work on.
Take it slow and easy. Don't give me any more to fix.
But once you get going, you can see why Triumph's been a big name in motorcycles for over 100 years. The TR6 model became a legend back in 1963 because of a cool American named Steve McQueen in a movie called The Great Escape. When Steve McQueen got away from the Nazis by jumping his TR6 over a barbed wire fence, both Steve and the Triumph became icons.
Excellent. I see you and the biker in one piece.
So what'd you think, Zach?
It runs pretty good. So are you going to allow us to take this off your hands?
I'd say 42's a good number for me.
42. Well, you know, did kind of a little bit of my homework on the way over. It's 35. 3,500 bucks.
Not interested. You know, there's a lot that I've done to this bike that you can't necessarily see cosmetically. I'd say 38 is an honest, fair price.
38. Well, you know what? I'll do 38.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right, brother.
Thanks, Zach.
Appreciate it, man. I got the bike for a decent price, but we still got to watch the spending. We really don't know what we're getting into with this old British engine. Plus, I have an ambitious build in store. We're turning this vintage Triumph into an old-school bobber. What's the bobber? Only the original true bare-bones custom bike, which got crazy cool when Marlon Brando rode his own Triumph bobber in the Wild One. There's still a great market for bobbers, so I'm going full Brando. It's gonna be a tough build, but I hope the guys back at the shop are as stoked as I am. Looks terrible. Running, rolling motorcycle.
It's still a turd. Jesus Christ.
It's lose a bit.
You know what? I love the enthusiasm. Let's do something a little different. It's not what we usually do, but we got to make it fun. So smiles. Smiles from both of you. Well, that went well. Maybe they just need to sleep on it. Tomorrow, I'm going to show them exactly what we're going to do.
What the hell is he going to do with this thing?
Not my problem. What is my problem? The leaking engine, the crappy clutch.
Hey, that's a Triumph.
We don't mess with Triumphs here. And the guys that do, That's pretty much all they work on.
Would you do this, Jim?
I wouldn't have bought it in the first place. That's what I would.
From what I know about Triumphs, their engines always leak, and their electrical is garbage.
What are we all standing around for?
Just looking at what you bought,
Yeah, this piece of beauty right here.
Yeah, great.
we are going to have to find parts. We're going to have to start figuring out a 1970 British engine. This is not going to be easy.
I got a quick and dirty Photoshop doc we put together real quick on the design. This is what I got planned. We're gonna do a bobber. Yes, guys, a bobber. That means it'll have a stripped down look and a shortened rear fender. Clean, simple, classy, with a little bit of new flavor, a little bit of you in it. Like most bobbers out there, it's gonna be a hardtail, which means there's no rear suspension.
This is an old 60s style build.
Yeah.
This is sharp. I'm gonna like doing this.
Custom is what we do. I'm gonna give this whole thing a serious style pass, including a remodel of the original gas tank. But our biggest challenge might be making that cranky old Triumph motor a reliable runner, which is why Brian over there is giving me the stink eye. I have every intention of building and selling this thing. All right, guys, we got the plan. You guys got your assignments. Let's get to the bike and get this thing going. So the crew needs to stop bitching and start working.
Zach, what's up, man?
One thing that'll help is sending Cameron out to find us a buyer. Since it's a 1970 Triumph, it's a hardtail, it's a bobber. We need the right kind of buyer. Want to know it's clean, it's simple, it's classic. Kickstart, hardtail, rigid. That's what's coming down the horn. See if you can find a buyer.
Cool.
Cool.
Later, man.
Thank you.
Zach has been really hot about trying to find a buyer for this bobber. I think I may have found the perfect couple, Eric and Cindy Wright. Eric, Cameron Smith, how you doing, man?
Great, Eric Wright.
Pleasure to meet you. Cindy,
Hi.
Cameron, pleasure
Nice
to meet you.
you.
It's great to see a couple like Cindy and Eric that are really into a like passion. It's been cars and motorcycles since they were kids.
Cindy and I met when I was 15 and she was 16. So one of our dates was I took her out on my dirt bike and I taught her how to ride. And ever since then, you know, I can't get her off.
I know what you're talking about. So I hear you're in the market for something different. Tell me about what you want.
I'm only 5'4", so I need something that's kind of low to the ground and something custom.
Okay, so having a little bit of info kind of about what you guys were looking for. I've got something in here that just might make your week.
Wow. That's awesome.
Very old school look.
I love the old school look. When Karen showed me the design of the bike, it's more than I could even have imagined. It's beautiful.
What is roughly our time frame on this? How soon do you need this?
So honestly, Hollister Rally, which is just a few weeks away.
Right.
It's a rally that started years and years ago, and this year they're bringing it back, so it's a big function for the city. They're calling it the Revival. We're excited to have bikes to go there.
Eric, what bike have you got prepared to go to Hollister?
I'm actually looking right now to get a Street Glide.
Oh, okay.
A bagger.
Nice, yeah, nice newer model Street Glide.
Exactly.
What year?
I prefer, you know, 2005 on up. you
Oh,
know.
okay. Fantastic. Have you already got one picked out?
I've been searching and talking to people. I just haven't found that right color, the right bike, you know.
The big nose here is starting to sense that this could be a twofer. With both of you guys wanting two separate, unique bikes, maybe we can do a 2-for-1 and put two bikes in the garage. What do you think about that?
It's a dream come true.
Okay, so 2-for-1, two bikes. What do you think our budget's gonna be?
I would say around 35,000 or so.
Okay, with the Hollister ride coming up just a few weeks out, we're gonna be hard pressed to try and get not one, but two bikes finished in time for this ride. I cannot wait to tell Zach. I really, really cannot wait to tell Zach. Brian, you seen Zach, dude? I got big news. They want to buy two bikes.
He's in the...
Zach!
Yeah.
Hey, dude. What are you doing, man? Are you or what?
No, I'm frickin' scuba diving. What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, well, come up for air, get the tanks off. I got some people that want 2 bikes for 1.
Yeah?
Cindy and Eric. Cindy wants the bobber. Eric wants us to drop a ton of chrome on a street glide.
Uh-huh.
Here's the bad news. They gotta have it in 3 weeks for Hollister. So meet me in my office and we'll go from there.
All right, I'm almost on paperwork. I'll be out soon. Something wrong with that guy. Okay, 2 bike sales are better than 1. But I'm really gonna have to drive the guys on this British bike now, especially Brian, who's just gonna have to go outside his comfort zone.
Not something I'd want to do, but it's my job. Whatever they put in front of me, I take care of. Stupid bolts are goofy sizes. So everything's kind of oddball, not uniform. Just getting it done, I gotta just kind of stay calm and just keep plugging away.
We don't have the right tools, we don't have the experience, and we really don't have the parts available.
I'm planning on turning this 1970 Triumph into a classic old-school bobber. And we've already got a potential buyer. But my lead mechanic, Brian, is running into a big challenge. Old British bike parts have really weird sizes.
Typically, you know, everything I deal with is either metric or standard, but Britain had their own called the Whitworth system. It's not standard and it's not metric. A British bike is... Never doing this before. I don't know exactly what needs to come off, so every time I try and pull it, I'm finding something else that's getting in the way.
Time to get this project rolling. I'm also gonna be putting the heat on my fabricator, Jim. Jimmy, I got a surprise for you. I have some great ideas on how to give my bobber an old school look with a new school flavor. And it all starts with a modified gas tank. I'm just gonna take this original tank, but we're gonna cut it up a little bit and get fancy.
Okay.
It's already got kind of the knee pockets
Nice guys.
on it. Let's pronounce them a little more, so we'll cut out. Here, come back. Cut it kind of along that line. Now the center, I want to cut it out.
Okay. I can do it. I'm gonna put a different type of spout than this in it. That sucker probably don't even work anymore.
Probably does work, but we can do it.
Yep, yeah, it works.
Yeah, it works.
And it's full of gas.
All right.
And you want me to cut that sucker open and it's full of gas?
Thank God we did the little valve, otherwise it'd be the end of old Jim. Cut this thing open.
Then you guys trying to kill me. I had him take it and wash it out. Not Zach, of course. I don't know, it still smells kind of gassy to me. Oh, well. What's the worst that could happen? There's a lot of handwork in making this radius. And a lot of annoyance. I'm more into American-type bikes than foreign bikes. And that pisses me off. I like to buy American because it keeps our economy running. And whatever the little prince wants, he gets.
Our double sale is hinged on getting 2 bikes ready for the Hollister Rally. I'm on my way right now to go check out a Harley Street Glide. That should be absolutely perfect for Eric. This should be an easy bike to flip in a heartbeat. Steve, kind of glad that I'm here, but I know it's sad that I'm here. You're selling, I'm buying. But let's take a look at this.
Well, it's a 2006 Street Glide. It's pretty clean.
Perfect. This is a really, really clean bike. We should have every single part sitting on a shelf back at the Nest shop. How many miles do you have on it?
I got a little over 13,000 on it.
Okay, well, good. That's not a lot of pounding miles. This Street Glide is in really clean shape. I'm trying to figure out why are they selling it. So, Steve, what's the deal? Why are you selling this?
Well, I got to get rid of the bike.
We're going to have a family pretty soon, and you can't put babies on the back of a bike.
Not right away. Now I got it. The truth comes out. The wife and the baby went out over the motorcycle. Crunch time. How much are you looking for this?
Well, I'd really like to get 15 for it.
Steve, I'll be honest with you. There's a husband and wife team, and he's looking for a street glide. There's going to be a lot of stuff coming off, some stuff going back on. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of about 10 grand.
That's a little low for me. I couldn't let it go for that.
Well, we had to have a starting point.
How about 14?
I'm going to say about 12. I'll go up 2. You came down 1. So I think we both know where we're going to end up next.
Yeah, that's a little low for me.
Cash. Dead presidents cash.
13. 13 cash right now.
Jessica, are you okay with this too? Okay, 13,000 cash. $13,000 for this bike is a great price. And up we go. It won't take a lot of work, and we'll make a couple of bucks on it.
Let me say goodbye to it.
You got it. I'll give you your last moment with it. But I guess our gain is unfortunately a real hard loss for Steve. Here we go. Steve, Jessica.
Thanks, Cameron.
Okay.
That's it.
Go on.
My happy fabricator, Jim, made fast work of that gas tank. Ow! But now I gotta push him to do a whole bunch of framework fast. Jim! So I can make my deadline. What we gotta do is just get this thing ready to convert the old Triumph neck to a newer style Harley, so that'll cover up like a dust seal, and then I think that one sits in there. They finish up that, the plate, there's a little nose off the top of the neck. I got a guy picking the frame up for sandblasting tonight.
You funny guy. I think Zach's trying to kill me. Oh, man. Got all kinds of to do here. Yeah!
Hey, what's up with this thing? Do we have to mount it? Stick it here?
Maybe up, out. It goes like this, and that, you know.
That's gonna look complicated there, Jim.
I took off this. I took off these little tabs, just sticking on. I took these little tabs over here. I cut this off. I'm gonna trim this. I cut all that big blob off of here. I'm working, Mom.
Note to self. Think twice before rebuilding a British bike. This Triumph has been labor-intensive and costing us tons in hard-to-find parts. Plus, it's making my guys lose their mind. But there's a bright side. The Harley Street Glide we bought for Eric Wright is the exact opposite. A job that will make us a nice, quick profit. So I talked to Eric on the phone. Got a feel for what he wants. What's your kind of opinion of the guys? You met him.
Eric's about 5'9", my height, a couple more pounds than me, but just a few. He really wants to just be comfortable on the bike. He wants it lowered, was one of the key things he wanted, just so that he's a little more comfortable with the weight of a new bike.
Yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. Let's give it a better ride. One, since the Street Glide's already lowered about 1 inch in the rear, we're gonna throw a set of progressives in the front, which lowers the motorcycle and gives better suspension. That'll give a better ride, softer ride, and it'll lower the bike. I know he likes chrome. We'll burn the rest of the budget, tastefully putting chrome on each angle of the bike, make him smile, and besides that, it's an easy project.
Perfect.
Come on, get in here, you little bastard. Now Zach's trying to get me to put a Harley chain on a Triumph. What the hell, I'll give it a shot. We got some issues with this chain and sprocket lining up. I'm gonna stop smiling. They won't be happy no more. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm having a little trouble lining up the drive chain on this Triumph because these old parts don't always match up good. This is the problem in a nutshell. We have everything we need here to work on a Harley, but that doesn't help when you're working on a Triumph.
Oh, well, it won't work.
Now I guess I have to go find the original Triumph chain.
I'm looking for the chain that came off of that Triumph because
That's not it. I put that Harley chain on there and it won't fit. There's a shifter. This is something else. Got stuff everywhere, except for the stuff that I need. Why would somebody throw that away? Oh.
In the middle of our Triumph troubles, I found a Harley that we can make a quick buck from.
Let's bang this out and we're good to go.
And on top of that, I think I found another real easy money job. We had a gal call us the other day, Solyn, and she had a strange request. There she is. Hey, how you doing?
All right, hey, how are you?
I see you found us.
I did. I'm just looking to see if you could turn this into a motorized vehicle. I use it for work.
Okay.
For the first time in like 12 years, I'm without a car. It's been hard going up and down hills for work in San Francisco. Having a motorized bike right now would drastically improve my life. It would be less strenuous. You know, I'd have more energy for my son and I just to not feel so worn out and drained.
I think because we're going to be adding 20 pounds, 30 pounds of motor, this might be a small bike to start with as a platform. So we might need to find a bike that's got thicker tubing, bigger tires. What kind of budget do we have?
Well, right now I'm currently working with about $300 would be my ideal budget.
Okay. $300. That is not a lot for us to work with. 300 bucks is going to be tough. A motorized bike. That's not something we normally do, but we're always up for a challenge. Challenge on.
This British bike seems to give me a new issue every day.
Got stuff here, you got stuff there, except for the stuff that I need.
Jim couldn't fit the Harley chain on the bike, and now we can't find the old one.
What's in this box?
Yeah, a bunch of
Oh.
You find that chain?
No.
Who said they had it?
I asked Brian, he says Cameron took it apart. I asked Cameron, and he says Brian took it apart.
Do these guys know I'm running a business?
Okay, bye-bye now.
We got a sale on the line, and we're running out of time.
Hey, Cameron. Hey, Cameron. Finally! You find that chain?
Negative. They brought everything.
Why do I have to run around the shop looking for a simple chain? Come on. We got 35 grand of business on the line, and it's got to get done in time for a big rally.
Who had the chain?
Nobody will cop to it.
But my crew's dead in the water because we can't find a chain.
Hey, Cameron.
Yo.
Jim, did he ask you where the Triumph chain was?
No, it's right over here.
He didn't ask you.
No, I wasn't here, though, so it's not his fault.
It is his fault because he said he asked you this morning. I mean, could you bring it to him when he...
Yeah, you got it.
All right. Jim.
Big Jim,
You brought me a chain?
I brought you a chain.
Where'd that come from?
It was upstairs in the room.
I looked all over, I couldn't find it.
Nope. I've got a box going for all the stuff that we're not going to put back on the bike.
Thank you very, very much.
Very, very welcome.
Blimey, it's a limey. Ow!
Okay, we all hate British bikes by now. And since this engine is such a nightmare, I'm bringing in my mechanic, Ray, to get it done faster.
Of course, this wrench isn't fitting on here.
And he's already swearing at the Triumph motor because of the sizes of the parts.
You know, normally I can just look at a metric fastener. That's a 12, that's a 14. All different sizes, that's nice. This is the first old Triumph that I've ever actually been inside the motor on, so a little bit of a learning curve on this one. So Zach needs his Triumph done quick, so I brought in my buddy Chris, who not only has a great hairstyle,
It's a Triumph special tool.
but also knows Triumphs really well.
These things really suck.
Yeah, they suck. Even with Chris here, I still had to check the manual. Even with Chris and the manual, I still had to call a friend of mine. All right, cool. I didn't know if there was any little special trick or anything, because this one's giving me help. Now I'm officially out of friends that can help. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, Bob. Guess I'm on my own.
A single mom has asked me to create a motorized bicycle. The problem is the motor won't fit in her frame. So I'm going to have to find her a new bicycle.
Probably the one with the nicest paint right now is going to be the blue one. You wouldn't have to do as much to that one.
The quicker we turn this thing around,
Okay.
the better off we're going to be.
Really, we're down to probably one bike. This is actually a pretty complete bike. This bike here was designed as an electric bike, which means it's going to be able to carry the extra weight.
We found the ideal bike. The frame was completely designed for one purpose, carrying an extra 30 pounds worth of battery and motor in it. This, I think, is the way to go.
If this is the one, I need to be at 150 because it's got the electric wheel in the back.
Got it? You keep the wheel.
Okay.
We'll take the bike.
Okay.
And a wheel that will do what we want it to do.
Okay.
Just something that will do the job. How's the bike and a wheel? 75 bucks. I know what we're gonna do. We're gonna go meet in the middle. How's $100 sound?
Cash, right?
Yep. Done.
Let's do it.
Excellent. Count that. I was hoping to get out of here for $100. But I also have more money in more pockets.
Yeah, right.
Even though this bike is a complete bike and it's made for this, was still $100. So I just dropped a third of her budget. I've brought the bicycle back to the shop. Now I'm trying to price motors. It is not going well.
Nobody's got what I'm looking for.
There are motors I can put on this bicycle for about $100. Problem is, they're not street legal. And guess how much a street legal motor is? Whoa, 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 wait a second. 350 bucks? If I create a motorized vehicle outside the legal limits, I'll be putting both my client and this company in jeopardy. This will not be a moneymaker.
I've got just a few days to get these bikes ready for sale. And a big part of that is making them look good. Making Harley shine is a house specialty. And we're hitting the Street Glide with a ton of chrome. We got the perfect man for the job, Bling Master Lynch.
So, changing out the back latch covers right now. It's getting all the Nest beveled accessories. I think we're adding a new inverted air cleaner. I'm pretty much just changing a lot of chrome on the bike and add a little sparkle to it. It's a sit-down type of job. There's your bags, buddy.
So we'll set you up here, man. One way I plan to add value and style to my British barber, appreciate you coming on late notice,
My pleasure.
is bringing in my top-notch leather guy, Damon.
Some of the ideas that you gave me. There was one with the wings up, and there's one with the wings, yeah, here we go, straight.
Let's do the wings a little different and go with the wings up a little bit.
Great.
A hand-tooled seat and leather accents will make this bike more distinctive and make it worth more money. Bringing in Damon this late in the game is gonna cost me plenty, but it's gonna cost me more if this bike doesn't get done. I'm down with just that little accent line down the center of it. It'll be clean, and it's just enough.
Perfect.
All right, cool, man. So, have at it.
No problem. There's no easy way to do it. There's no quick way to do it. It's just tedious and long, but that's what makes it look so good. Normally, something like this would probably take 2 to 3 weeks. But we're gonna do this in 2 days.
This is the worst part for me to...
Now it's time for me to finish up this motorized bicycle. This is probably a project I shouldn't have started, at least if we wanted to make money. We have a twist throttle, an engine, a gas tank. I really enjoy a quirky flip, but I've realized you cannot make a motorized bicycle on a budget of 300 bucks. But at the same time, I know we're gonna make somebody really happy. I am certain that Solin is going to love this bike as soon as she sees it.
Oh my God! Wow.
Little different than your last one, huh?
That is amazing. This isn't my bike.
Yeah, yes, it is. This is your bike.
It's beautiful. Wow. Is it safe to drive?
Yes. Oh, for real? That's your helmet?
Yeah.
So go ahead and pull the pull starter. There you go. You've got to pedal it to get your basic momentum going and then add throttle to it.
Superseded my expectations, and I was super surprised when I saw that, you know, it was a totally different bike. Nice. Not expecting so much power between my legs. Awesome. Nice.
There we go. That's what we want to hear. Do you think this will do you?
This is gonna more than do me. It's
Yeah.
definitely made my year. This will definitely change my life for the better. Cameron, thank you so much, man.
You are so welcome. I paid $100 for the bicycle, used. I paid $350 for the motor. I'm $150 in the hole. But every now and then, you gotta make a deposit in the karma bank, and this is one of those jobs. There you go. See ya. We need all the good vibes we can get. Tomorrow is our deadline for that bloody British bike.
This is the final push for my Triumph Bobber and my Harley Street Glide. If we don't get them both done by the end of the day, we're out 35K.
Sweet.
Today's the last day on this build.
Yeah, it's stayed in one piece.
Good job. So everybody's got a list of projects to do.
Just clean that up and reseal it.
We just need to start knocking them off the list and getting everything done.
We aren't worried about the Street Glide we're customizing. This is something we do all the time.
It shouldn't be too much longer. It's probably about an hour away, so no big deal.
And just look how happy Brian is to be working on a Harley.
Everything's back on. I just got to throw the front fender and fairing on, and this thing's good to go.
Well, that's what Brian looks like when he's happy. But it's a different story over in Triumph World. We have to reassemble the entire bike today.
Where's this little guy go?
The problem that has dogged us from day one is working with old British parts with crazy sizing.
Then just put it together with this one.
They don't match, Jim.
Huh?
They don't match.
Well, son of a bitch.
These old Triumphs, these old British bikes, they aren't standard or metric. Not a fan.
You guys still taking them coils apart?
Have you finished your job? Exactly.
Doing an unfamiliar British bike on a deadline means I have to push my guys hard. Everybody's finally in a groove and busting ass. Except, of course, Lynch.
You know, sometimes it's hard to work on a British bike in a V-twin shop. So we're doing our best to get accustomed to the culture.
You're burning the candle at both ends there, mate.
It's gonna be a long night for everyone.
Got a lot of stuff to do, and not a lot of time to do it.
The scariest part of getting this old Triumph back together is getting the engine running and running right.
Little things like this are adding up.
Ray has to deal with this nightmare of an engine with really none of the right tools.
Jesus Christ.
Ray's been able to handle everything except this.
We're just trying to change this counter sprocket out here, and even that is being a pain for us. It's an odd Whitworth size, and it's got to be a deep socket, too, to get over this shaft here. I'm hoping Jim can fabricate some sort of tool that I can use on this. Measure it.
Chisel and hammer trick, but then you got to tighten it back
Yeah, what
up,
am I going to
too.
torque it with?
What size is it?
1.68.
1.68.
We can make something, that'd be cool.
Okay, I'll go see what I can do.
Thanks.
If you don't have the tools, you got to make the tools, like the cavemen did. You don't have any junk sockets, do you?
You know, this was found in a junk box.
Oh, you got a drive that size? No, it's not deep enough, so is it?
Cut it, throw a piece of pipe between it, weld it together, you got a deep socket.
Let me just go see what I can do. Okay, this is the kind of thing that separates the men from the boys. Hi, kids.
Hey there. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Hey, it works.
When it comes to stuff like this, I'm a good problem solver.
All right, where are we at? As impressed as I am with Jim's heroics, I still have one very, very important question.
Confident this thing's gonna fire right up or what?
Hope so. We'll see.
Sweet.
There's still quite a bit to be done. We've got a frame with an engine in it.
Sorry.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
We're all tired.
My first pee break of the day.
Oops. Ray's working on the wiring.
Oh, man.
Small little details from here on out, pretty much. As soon as the wheels get on, waiting for some front-end parts.
Big Shane! Oh, big dog.
Spit shine.
There's gonna be a lot going on in a short amount of time, and
Okay.
I don't know how the hell we're gonna get it.
Ooh, now that
that's
looks kind of out of
pretty.
place with it.
We're almost there.
Cindy will be really happy with this.
Damn straight she's gonna be happy. Take a look at this thing.
Finally, at around 10 p.m., we got this bobber together.
So let's get this thing fired up. Let's put it on the street, test her, get her, make sure everything's good to go so she can get it in her hands, not worry about a thing.
We have zero wiggle room on this bike. Our clients have a big rally to get to, and the deal is on the line.
Let's start this thing.
Here we go.
First kick.
Nope, not first kick. Second kick. Third kick, third kick. Third kick.
Ooh,
Spark.
what's going on with this thing?
Let's get this thing fired up.
A couple of weeks ago, we found Eric and Cindy Wright. A couple with cash in hand, you're gonna find 2 new bikes to take to the big Hollister rally. We've got a Harley Street Glide good to go for Eric. But the vintage Triumph bobber that Cindy is so excited about just doesn't feel like starting.
Nope, nope. Second kick. Second kick.
This is exactly why they make electric starters these days.
It's like it's kicking your butt right now.
I know it's kicking my ass. I'm not kicking it.
We've done everything we can do to this engine. There's no reason any of us can think of for why it shouldn't start.
Work all day. You're about to fire it. 10,000 kicks later, it's not fired. Let's get Amanda started.
You got better shoes. Yeah.
Okay, my dad does have more experience kicking a bike.
If it fired on the first kick, I'd be so pissed.
But if he can't do it, no one can. Come on, you British bike.
Yeah, thank you.
Brian,
Thanks, Pete.
good job.
All right. All right, we still gotta put the gas tank and seat on.
When we first got this 1970 Triumph, it was old. It was beat up and needed a little TLC. I knew we had to do something different. Instead of going the conventional Triumph route, we decided to go with the hardtail bobber. We started off with the engine. Threw some higher compression pistons, full new rebuild internals, made it reliable, faster, better engine. For the bodywork, we started with the tank. We utilized the original 1970 gas tank, put a little more sculpture in by putting deeper knee pockets, added a trough down the center of the tank that allows room for a nice leather strap. Flows perfectly into the seat. For the leather work, we had to go hand tool. Ties in our vintage feel throughout the motorcycle and gives it a unique look. For the rear, we added a hardtail section, moving from suspension to rigid for the old school bobber look. I'm proud of the team on this one. This isn't our cup of tea. We came up with a nice piece, a nice product, a reliable, clean-looking motorcycle, but now it's time to seal the deal. Cindy and Eric Wright are gonna have to love what they see before they cut us a check for 35 grand.
Cameron, good to see you, man.
See you too.
Hi,
Nice to see you.
What do you think? This one's yours.
my gosh. Nice.
Oh, nice.
How'd we do?
Can't get any better.
There you go.
Beautiful.
One down, one to go.
There's definitely some bling added to this.
Can't wait to see the bike that you guys did for me.
That's next.
The Harley is just the appetizer in this deal.
We're gonna dangle that in front of you just a little bit more. We're always saving the best for last.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And here comes the main course.
What do you think of that?
How's it going? Cindy?
Nice.
Zach.
Zach, how are you?
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to
Eric.
meet you.
How you doing?
Beautiful. Can't believe it. Once I saw the bobber, it was more than I could even have expected.
Did a full redesign. The whole entire team put a lot of effort into it.
I can tell she loves the look. Once she gets to feel how fun it is to ride, she's gonna have to have it.
See ya.
Felt really good, and I'm extremely happy. Love it. Thank you.
Good. Well, you're throwing around like you knew what you were doing.
We have ourselves 2 happy customers. God, I'm glad we pulled this thing off.
When she got on the back of it, it felt great.
Have the Triumph, the Street Glide, 35 grand. We really appreciate your business. They're all yours.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Eric and Cindy's budget was $35,000. We picked up the Harley Street Glide for $13,000 and put in $2,700 in parts and labor. The 1970 Triumph was another story. We got it for $3,800 and spent $5,800 in parts, labor, and paint. Not to mention all done in a grueling couple weeks full of complaining. But overall, we cleared a profit of $9,700, which isn't too shabby. And if you think I'm exaggerating about all that complaining, check out some of the stuff you didn't see.
Starts about here, ends about there. Everything in between is wrong.
We're using gasoline.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be using petrol.
Nice. God damn it.
Everything's leaking, rocker boxes all the way down to the base, oil underneath the thing.
Doesn't fit.
I don't know what damn size those stupid things are. Must be something in the T. Makes them just make up odd bolt sizes and
Truthfully, I think we should restore this and cam.